Hey everyone, welcome to the Roto Grinders Morning Grind Podcast. I'm your host, Stevie TPFL. It is Monday, December 19th, 6 days to Christmas for all you people out there that are getting excited for Christmas. 5-game slate here for NBA today. We're definitely going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some NFL that happened this weekend. Another champion was crowned with the FanDuel Championship, and another millionaire maker done on DraftKings, and a guy that won in October took it down again here this week. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the listeners versus the Team MG and Siege in a hotel here in Florida, enjoying the warm weather. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, man, this is the life. Let me tell you, walking out of the hotel, putting on some sunglasses, it felt good. I gotta admit.
Everybody, every time I see anybody complain about like how cold it is on Twitter, I laugh because like it's just not cold here. we haven't even hit our winter cycle yet. It's just like, all right, well, I'm still in shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, I gotta admit, it was really fun today.
Yeah, I walked around in sandals all day today. Yeah, that happened. Anyway, but we got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about this 5-game NBA slate to get it started. Then we'll talk some NFL. We'll talk about our lineup that we put together this weekend, which kind of was just Stevie putting it together, Siege saying, okay, and we're rolling with it.
Whoa. Time out.
That's what happened.
My play was the most important play on the entire lineup.
Listen, you talked me into him on the podcast. He started as the starting running back, and we'll talk about it, but buddy.
Oh man, it was one of my better ideas to play him in cash, and I was like, we can play 4 running backs. This is great.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, but let's talk about rosters.com. If you guys haven't checked out our sponsor, rosters.com, make sure you guys head on over there, check them out, use promo code Grinders. That way you guys get incentives here at Roto Grinders for rosters. Ton of great NBA stuff going on over there here tonight. And they run cool promos all the time. If you guys want access to those promos, make sure you guys are using that promo code Grinders to sign up. Only a 5-game slate here, an interesting 5-game slate. We have 4 of the games over 200 total, only 1 game kind of slower game, and all the totals pretty close outside of that Dallas-Denver game, which we'll talk about. We're going to start with Washington at Indy. We have a 212 total here. Indy favored by 6. Monte Ellis already ruled out. Stuckey already ruled out. Nobody on the Washington side. They're on the road here. What's your thoughts here on the Wizards?
Why is Indiana 6-point favorites?
Because their home team. That's the only that's the only thing that I could get out of it. I'm with you here.
Are we sure someone isn't going to sit on us?
I hope not. Who would sit?
John Wall.
He played 36 minutes on Sunday against the Clippers.
That's what I'm saying. Back-to-back. I guess it could just be a back-to-back versus a rested team. Either way, I'm not playing John Wall. I have a leak in my game. It's called I never play John Wall. But now is finally the time. I could just not play John Wall. 9,700 on DraftKings. He'll be 35% because he's been 35% every day for the last month. It's just shorter slate. And this is just an easy absolute fade for me on DraftKings. No qualms about it. If he puts up 60, so be it.
Yeah, he's too expensive over on DK. If you're going to play him anywhere, you're playing him on FanDuel. The last back-to-back he had this season, he played 42 minutes against the Magic and put up 52 points. That was the Magic.
This is a 3-4 too with back-to-back. This has all the makings of a John Wall fade.
Yeah, and even in a great matchup. It's a good matchup.
9,700. It's just no way.
Yeah, he's expensive.
This slate, it's like, would you like to play John Wall or Jeff Teague for 2,700 less?
Yeah, I definitely like Teague on the other side. I don't mind Bradley Beal in this matchup either.
Yeah, his price under 7K. That's when I kind of get interested. He's still a little overpriced. Is he really ever going to go for 7X for you on the salary? Probably not. But it's not exactly like shooting guard is, loaded with immediate options that I'm just jumping for joy about. So it's viable.
He shot lights out on Sunday. He put up 40 actual points in that game against the Clippers. So coming off of a really hot game, could see a really high inflated ownership as well, but at least 20 actual points now in 6 straight games for Bradley Beal. The guy that I'm looking at here, I love big guys against Indy, and I'm sure you're with me on this, but this seems like a great spot for Markieff Morris.
Yeah, I was just pulling up his minutes today just because I had a feeling that's where you were going. And it looks like he played with no with no Kelly Oubre, it looks like his minutes were real secured here. Tough to fade him if Oubre's out again.
Yeah, especially because we can play him at small forward over on DraftKings. That's something that I love to do, get a power forward at small forward. Anybody else that you'd like here for Washington against Indy?
Gortat.
Always. You can always sell me on a big guy against Indy. Always. It's just one of those things where if Turner gets in foul trouble, it's just free points.
Yeah, Gortat coming off of he played a ton of minutes and didn't play that well, but I mean, against DeAndre Jordan, I think you can kind of get a pass on that.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup for sure. Indy side of things, you already mentioned Jeff Teague. We love point guards against Washington. So Teague definitely a play that we can look at here on this matchup.
Yep, absolutely. And then I think everybody's going to kind of go back to CJ Miles. I'm done with the CJ Miles thing. I'll let people keep trying to chase that game. He's just not getting the minutes. It seems like they want to give him to Glenn Robinson. And at this point, I think he's kind of the value option you should be considering.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I'm one of those people that I like CJ Miles, but CJ Miles getting 20 to 25 minutes and Glenn Robinson playing over 30 minutes. It's just Robinson seems to be that guy. I kind of agree with you here. I don't know if I'll play Robinson here, but if I'm playing either one, it's definitely Robinson over Miles for me.
Yeah, there's a guy that I'm trying to fit in. So fringe value guys like Glenn Robinson will probably be on my radar tomorrow.
All right, for sure. Anybody else before we move on?
Miles Turner is underpriced on DraftKings. Like, I have to at least consider him at 6,300.
That guy's so frustrating, right? Like,
yeah, I know.
That guy.
Home versus road, though, he's had some pretty big home road splits. Young kid. I'm willing to consider it. I'm not pounding the table. I just think the price is probably about 700, 800 too low.
Yeah, averaging over 7 fantasy points more at home this season than he is on the road. So that's a valid point. That guy is just the most frustrating guy in the NBA to roster in fantasy for me. Outside of Anthony Davis, who he's just fragile. But anyway,
don't bring him up. He's on my shit list again. Oh,
that guy.
First time in my core all year. First time, and just immediate. But Al Jefferson's been interesting if he could ever get over 20 minutes. But again, that would just be a deep tournament throw. Got over 20 DK points in his last 2. Let's move on.
Yeah, it's in 3 of his last 5. It's just minutes with him. Like, you're really hoping that his 15 to 18 minutes on the court, he hits his value. And it's just, even on a 5-game slate, I think I'd rather go elsewhere. I'm with you. If he ever got over 20 minutes, he'd definitely be somebody we'd look at. But one game this year, first night, and then got hurt for like a month. But anyway.
Oh, by the way, before we move on, I do want to mention why Gortat got those minutes boosts. Jason Smith and Ian Mahinmi missed. If that's the case again tomorrow, like, you would have to just lock him in because he's basically locked for 38 minutes.
Yeah, I had Smith written down. I don't know why I didn't mention him. But yeah, I agree there. Phoenix at Minnesota, 214 total here. Minnesota favored by 5. We'll start with the Phoenix side. Anybody that you like here against Minnesota?
Eric Bledsoe on DraftKings is probably just a lock and load for me at that price. 7,400.
Why is he so cheap?
I don't know, but I'm playing him. Because he shot bad the last 2 games? I don't know.
Yeah, sign me up at that price. Definitely a guy like.
I might be all in. Like, the minutes are down the last 2 games too, but those games were kind of out of hand, right? Didn't they get run out of the building in both of those?
I'm looking it up. 111 to 114 and 92 to 107. One of those games are against the Spurs too.
Yeah, I think this is a sneaky good rebound spot here for Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, you've sold me.
Put up 50 in their first meeting this year.
Yeah, I can definitely get behind the Bledsoe play there. It's just that price is really favorable for him.
We might have a game coming up, and he might be a pick if you don't veto.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have him written down too. Don't you worry. Phoenix, outside of Bledsoe, like Booker, been really bad. TJ Warren back. Do you have any interest in him?
I think I have more interest in Booker now that TJ Warren is back. Kind of limits his defensive assignments a little bit, and he kind of saw when he came back his shooting, his shots returned. I mean, not a big enough sample size yet to like really start getting up in arms excited about this. But Warren's played 2 games, right?
One,
Or just one. Yeah, his just. I think I can get. I think I want to hop on Devin Booker. Shot the ball better against Oklahoma City. Took 19 shots the game before that against San Antonio. It kind of looks like the shots are returning, maybe at the expense of Eric Bledsoe even. So maybe if you're trying to pivot off of Bledsoe, Booker might be a decent option.
Yeah, under 6K on FanDuel too, only 5,700 over there. I like that price on him. Tyser Chandler, a guy that I absolutely love to roster. I just don't know if this is the spot that I'm going to roster him. His price is starting to catch up to what he's been doing lately too. So I feel like this is a spot where I'm going to jump back off Tyson Chandler.
Isn't he going to have to play massive minutes though?
Yeah, I thought about that too. With Lynn getting a lot of Gorgie Dang and Cat and Chandler. Like Cat's been playing a ton of minutes too. I thought about that too. I just wish his price was
like
still
the Marquise
low.
like Marquise Chris is not playing 24 to 31 minutes against this Minnesota team, right? There's just no way. He's going to get in foul trouble.
I would hope there'd be no way, but like it continues to happen.
But like the foul trouble in this particular matchup, I guess he did play LMA and didn't get in foul trouble.
It's one of those situations where it's kind of tough to figure out. Like,
yeah, he's good at basketball. Karl Anthony Towns.
He's good at basketball. We do need to mention like Lynn only played 14 minutes in his return against Oklahoma City too. So like that's why Chris has been playing a bunch of minutes. If Lynn's minutes get bumped back up here, if the hip's good to go, I could see Chris.
I think it's just a situation where you have to play Booker or Bledsoe. I don't think there's enough confidence in anything else for you to roster it.
Do you like Cat here? I know you wanted to mention him. He's good at basketball, yada, yada, yada. But, like, this is not the best matchup in the world.
I can't pay 8,900 for him today. Like, I just don't have that kind of salary cap because there's a guy in either the next game or the game after that I'm playing, and I really don't care what his price is.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I'm with you on that one. It's just Cat 9,400 on FanDuel too. It's just the price is too pricey. Like Tyson Chandler is a good defender. Like
it's just like how are you gonna like? I mean, if you want to fade Westbrook on this, like good luck. I mean, it might work out, but I would just rather pay down for Gortat or play Jokic. And I'm not even a Jokic guy.
Yeah. So where are we going with Minnesota here? Like Phoenix gives up the 3rd most fantasy points per game. Like we have to like somebody in this matchup.
It's Gorgie, right?
No, I don't mind him at all. I do like him in this matchup. It's just, the minutes are always in question with him, like because he gets in foul trouble. But yeah, that's where I'm kind of looking here. I don't mind Ricky Rubio in this matchup either. He's been playing really well lately and been playing a ton of minutes. So that's kind of where I think I'm going to get my exposure.
Yeah, on DraftKings where I can play 3 point guards, Rubio's interesting, but where I have to play 2, there's just no way he's going to make the cut.
What's your thoughts on Zach LaVine outside of price? Like, have you seen this guy's minutes? 45, 43, 42, 35, 39, 38, 44, 40, 42, 44.
I just don't have that kind of salary today. But he's probably like the guy in the best matchup. If I magically like if value opens up and I can fit him in, I probably would do it.
I figure that's why we needed to mention him. Like just the minutes alone, the guy's been averaging like a little over 40 minutes over his last 10 contests. We have to mention him at that point.
Yeah.
Price is
even in a blowout, he played 35.
Yeah, price is the big issue with him, right?
What's he on FanDuel?
6,400. You play him over there.
Yeah, definitely play him over there.
Yeah, DraftKings a little bit harder, for sure. Anybody else in this game before we move on?
No, I think this game is game stackable if you wanted to go that route. But it's like the next guy would probably be Wiggins, even though that tough spot for me. And it's kind of like, I don't really want to game stack, but if you wanted to, I would understand it.
Atlanta, Oklahoma City, 210 in total in this game. Oklahoma City favored by 2.5. Oladipo still questionable, hasn't returned to practice yet. And unless he participates in morning shoot around, I'm putting him more on the doubtful side. What's your thoughts on Oladipo?
I think he's fine. Like, I hope he sits because I want to play Russell Westbrook. Like, I have yet to get him on an 80 game, and he's coming off an 80 game, which probably means he won't put up 80. But against Atlanta, I'm willing to find out if he can do it.
He can do it. If there's ever a spot, he can do it. Atlanta is not good against point guards.
It's just, I just, a day of rest. I want in. I just want in. Maybe I'm hopping on a day late, but I really just don't care. Like, at point guards against Atlanta, guys averaging a triple double, like, I'll lock those 60-something points in, and I'll figure it out from there.
Just like, how insane. Like, we talk about stuff all the time, but like, how insane is a 45.4% true usage rate for a guy averaging 35 minutes a game? It's just like, I just can't even find the right words. Like, that is just like when Barry Bonds hit all his home runs in one season and Mark McGwire hit all his home runs, and like, it's just like, it's Kershaw against San Diego like type number. It's that good.
So here's one of the reasons why I want to play Westbrook. Since it's a 5-game slate, we can slide into a little game theory. Like, if you sort by price, right? Like, Westbrook, we have a ton of interest in. John Wall, we talked about as a fade. Towns, we don't really like. Jimmy Butler in the next game, we probably won't. I mean, the price is down a little bit, but probably not. Paul George, we didn't even mention when we did that game. And so now you're kind of like, you're down now into the 7Ks. So there's no one in that 8K to 10K range that you're really trying to get into your lineups and you think is a good play. So, like, paying up for Westbrook, the opportunity cost isn't really there on this slate. Like, there's just no, like, what he has to do to win you the slate is lower than maybe on a fuller slate.
Good points there. Outside of Westbrook, anybody else for Oklahoma City that you like here?
Cricket. Maybe Cantor is Cantor getting minutes? Like, those backup bigs for Atlanta are pretty bad, but Cantor's playing no minutes, so no, never mind.
Yeah, it's just the minutes with him, right? Like, the minutes are just so frustrating with him.
Yeah, where did his minutes go? Just out of curiosity. They're just giving him to Jeremy Grant. Yeah, that's very helpful.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I think Westbrook, even if Oladipo comes back, I don't think I'm even going to like Oladipo here. Westbrook on the Oklahoma City side, I don't mind Steven Adams here, but Dwight Howard, not the guy that you want to typically pick on either.
I don't mind Dwight Howard in this spot either.
You can sell me on Dwight.
He's been on fire lately. 3 double-doubles in a row. And, if Westbrook's missing shots, Howard's going to get the rebounds.
I feel like this is an excellent bounce-back spot for Schroeder.
It could be, but you're not getting a bounce-back price on DraftKings, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's not cheap on FanDuel either. Like,
yeah, you're not getting a real, would you like to play him, or would you rather play guy who burned me and played one day too early, Reggie Jackson?
I think I'd play Schroeder.
It's 1,100 difference. I think I'd play Schroeder, but good luck me finding the 1,100 to make it happen. Would you rather pay 1,500 less for Ricky Rubio?
Well, we could get some serious value in Chicago if Gibson sits. We'll talk about that here in a few minutes. Like,
you want to play the Chicago power forward roulette again? Oh my God!
I'm saying there's some value that's going to open up.
Man, it's been so much fun the first few months not dealing with the Chicago power forward roulette wheel. My blood pressure is rising just thinking about it.
Well, I don't want your blood pressure to rise.
Too late. We're already there.
I've been playing Cephalosha a lot since they moved him into the starting lineup. I know he's coming off of 2 bad games, but this is definitely a spot that I feel like I'll attack Cephalosha again. Just the price.
What's he on
43
FanDuel?
4,300 on FanDuel, 4,600 on DraftKings. Like, the price makes him appetizing. You know he's going to
Yeah,
play 30 minutes.
I think on FanDuel I have much more interest than I do on DraftKings. Like, I'll find the extra 600 for Markeith.
I'm kind of with you there. Like, I definitely
Or I would pay down the Glenn Robinson, to be honest. Like, I would just take that ceiling.
Yeah. On FanDuel, you got to play two small forwards. 4,300 is that's just too favorable.
No, I completely agree over there on FanDuel. I'll definitely be joining you.
Yeah. That's kind of it, right, for Atlanta. I guess we could mention Millsap. Like, they don't really have anybody to kind of guard him, do they?
No, but are they actually going to give him the ball enough to go bananas in this
problem? That's the problem.
Well, would you like to know what he did the first time these teams played?
Probably put up a bunch.
24 real-life points on 39 minutes of actual war time.
Like, it's just
42 DK points.
Which is very doable for him again. It's just so frustrating. Like, this offense is so frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to trust it.
His price was down a little bit more. Like, the 7,500 is interesting. 8K on FanDuel,
It's 7,500 on DK, though. It's just, I mean, at least you know he's going to get the ball. Like so far, the slate's been really straightforward. That's about to end.
For sure. Let's move on. We have Detroit at Chicago. DJ just completely rolling his eyes. It just does not want to talk about this game, but we're going to talk about it. We have a 195.5 total. Chicago favored by 3. John Lear, he's questionable with an injury, and then Gibson dealing with a hip injury, and he is questionable. John Lear, it's a back, I'm pretty sure. And if he's out, that frees up, 25-plus minutes in the Detroit offense?
God, please just play John Lear. I don't want to go down this wheel again like I did on Saturday. This game single-handedly torpedoed me when that news came out. Because Stan Van came out and said Marcus Morris was going to eat the minutes, and I said, okay, he's going to play 40 real-life minutes, so I got to play him. And he did what Marcus Morris does. He stands in the corner. But he still would probably eat the minutes again in this scenario. Like, he played 35 in a complete blowout. So it's just like, if the game stays close, 40 minutes from Marcus Morris, cheap price. Oh, boy. Tobias Harris would probably be the chalkier option, but I don't know if his minutes are really going to increase that much. Maybe it's just play KCP.
No, this is an awful KCP spot.
Okay, let me make a mental note. Write that down. No KCP. Okay.
These two teams already played, and like KCP struggled really bad in that game, if I remember correctly. But anyway, this just seems like a spot that Tobias, if Gibson's out, like, I just don't see anybody being able to stop Tobias in this game. He had a really good game against them earlier this season. Like, I know he's probably going to be the chalkier option, but I feel like Tobias is probably where I'll end up.
Probably, which means play Marcus Morris.
Well, Marcus Morris on FanDuel, 4,700 for a small forward playing 30-plus minutes is definitely fair.
What are the – okay, so can I just, like, macro this a little bit? Like, let's say that Taj Gibson's out. Does that not worry you, figuring they would start probably Bobby Portis, a little more mobile of a 4 than, say, Gibson was? Would that worry you about Harris at all?
Probably not. Like, how many?
Next question. Would they try to hide the 4 on Marcus in the corner if he's more agile and could get away with it? But remember, Marcus defends the 4, so when teams do this, they actually cross-match. Would they try to match up straight if they were given the chance to?
Just the problem with Marcus Morris is he just has one good game a month, and you're just trying to figure out if this is that game where he's going to have a good game.
I completely understand and agree completely. I'm just worried that they're going to try to shut down Tobias in this spot and make Marcus beat them. Because the first time around, Tobias beat him. So I think they could just change the strategy and go, okay, Let's play Denzel Valentine, actually, who might – okay, let's say they start Denzel Valentine, because actually that makes a lot more sense. Let's say they start Denzel Valentine. First of all, he becomes an immediate value play because I think those minutes would be sustainable. And then they could just do all sorts of stuff from the defensive end. Fudge, they're going to start Denzel Valentine.
Can we just By
the way, I'm sorry. Before you, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Coach Fred Hoiberg said Valentine will see more run in the near future. Remember the last time he said that, Jerry and Grant went bonkers when he got the surprise spot start.
Ugh.
It's going to be Denzel Valentine too.
Let's not bury the lead. Andre Drummond has massive upside in this matchup.
Oh yeah, I think people were well aware of that. I don't think that's really spoiling anything.
No, I'm just saying, we talked about all these other guys, but Drummond, this is a excellent spot to target Drummond in tournaments.
He played 25 minutes the first time these teams met, and he still put up 37 DK.
Yeah, I definitely like Drummond here. Never a guy that I could play in cash games ever, but definitely don't mind him here. Any interest in Reggie Jackson?
I don't know. Flip a coin. He's on my shit list. I had all the exposure on freaking Friday, plus it's coming out Saturday on the back-to-back, and looks like he got an extra 3 inches on his jump.
Oh, NBA is so fun. It's so much fun.
Denzel Valentine is going to be so much. Denzel Valentine is going to be 65% on drop tomorrow. But by the way, even if Denzel Valentine doesn't start, Denzel Valentine is still the play.
Yeah, he's 3,500 over on FanDuel too.
He's 3K on DraftKings at small forward. He played 20. His minutes have been going up, up, and up. Give him a spot where they can play small against the Pistons. Oh, he's going to play 25, 30 minutes.
Maritek, back-to-back, did not play coach's decision. Is his run finally done here?
I think so.
Missed the team's walk around on Friday and got benched both games.
This isn't even a good spot for him. Detroit plays small. There's no one he can guard on Detroit. It's just an awful spot for him.
Oh man, anybody else from this game? Let's lowest total on the slate, slowest pace game on the slate.
The reality that I'm going to have 100% Denzel Valentine is just setting in, and it's not a fun picture. I don't hate Jimmy Butler, where he's reasonably priced, but yeah, not really in love with Dwayne Wade or Rondo or anything like that.
All right, let's move on. Last game of the night, we have Dallas at Denver, 203 total here. Denver favored by 8.5. JJ Barea is hoping to return on this road trip. We'll have to see if that's tonight or not. Haven't seen any news about it, so we'll say questionable right now. Dirk's still out, and as far as I know, Bogut's still out. So we'll start with the Dallas side of things here. There's a guy that I love here, and I never love anybody from Dallas, but it's hard not to like Wesley Matthews in this spot.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. This is a good bounce back spot. Steph Curry was very vengeful on Sunday. Could see Wesley Matthews get those shots back that he gave up here. That price on DraftKings. Now, what's his price on FanDuel?
Hold on. Let's see. Matthews is 5,600.
It's 5,600 on DraftKings. I don't really want to pay that price for Wesley Matthews. I'll do it if I need to, but don't really want to do it. I think I would rather pay it for Gary Harris.
I like DFS in this spot too. It's a good spot for DFS.
Oh, yeah. It's how his minutes look. Yeah, okay.
He didn't really see a decrease with Curry coming back.
A little bit. He played 24 on Friday or Saturday, whatever day that was.
Yeah,
Friday.
But right back to 29 against Seattle or Sacramento. It was against Utah. I can kind of write that off.
Yeah, and Denver does have a lot of swingy wings. DFS kind of reminds me defensively of Mo Harkless. Is that a fair comp?
That is a fair comp.
Okay. Then yeah, because I would love to play Mo Harkless against Denver, so I will go ahead and throw some DFS in there. Dorian Finney-Smith. Those of you who don't know who that is.
Yeah. Finney Smith, I'm definitely going to have exposure to him here. Like Wes Matthews.
Wes Matthews. Darren Williams, question mark.
So I was about to ask you, like Harrison Barnes and Williams.
Well, that's why I interrupted you, because I didn't want to answer the question, so I wanted to throw it to you.
Like, if there's ever a spot to play Darren Williams, it's against Denver, right? In Denver, in a game they're not.
Just put up 36 on him in the spot, too.
Like, what's his price over there on DK? Is it under 6K?
59.
Yeah, I have interest there. I could play him under 6K. Too.
Yeah, I could do that, too. His minutes are secure, too.
Yeah, until Barea comes back, then, like, we know, like, the minutes are going to be there.
Yeah, for sure. I could get on board with that. No Seth Curry. Don't chase that.
Yeah, don't chase that. And, like, you could even play Harrison Barnes here, too. I don't love it, but you could play it.
I think he's more of a cash play than a tournament play.
Yeah, for sure. I like this late game, man. I like this Dallas-Denver game.
Oh, is this a standalone late game?
Hour after every other game.
God damn it. Because good luck knowing what the hell Denver's going to do.
Let's talk about the Denver side. Anybody that you like here for the Nuggets?
Can you tell me who's going to play 30 minutes?
Nope.
Man, like Jokic let the whole world down because his coach played him no minutes. Like everyone was saying his 30 minutes are secure, and I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, it's Mike Malone, guys. There's no such thing as secure minutes. None.
Ever.
It's
Mike Malone. Like, Denver is the.
Kenneth Faried came out and played like what, 30 something?
Oh, you were the one that texted me and said, "Hey, Faried put up 40," and I just like.
Yeah, it was me. I was just like, "Yep." It was so standard too. I was on the plane. I was like, I should probably play Kenneth Faried because this is just a random he goes bonkers game. They could use him to guard Porzingis, and then I was like, "Nah, it's a stupid idea. He hasn't played like minutes in a month."
So can we just fade the whole big situation here? Like Denver's good against bigs
here's the
already.
Problem. When you're playing Russell Westbrook, you gotta find some value, and this is where the value is. You just gotta pick the right guy.
It's not. Like Jokic is 6,400.
Well, I mean, but like Faried and like Chandler and Gallinari.
Yeah, CJ, you couldn't pay me to play Faried because right when he has this like 29-minute game, the next time out he'll play 12 minutes, and you just can't you can't play Faried. I'm sorry, you just can't do it.
The problem is like this is the spot for him. Like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna roll out like Hernan Gomez against Harrison Barnes with a 4? Really? What's the alternative? What's the alternative? Playing Chandler at the 4 the entire game? I guess it's probably the answer, but.
Yeah, you're trying to talk me on the Mike Malone player. Like, I'm not doing it.
The answer is probably Chandler plays the 4, so you just play like Harris and Chandler and Gallinari and.
Yeah, like
why am I trying to get in the head of Mike Malone? That's just gonna make me a stupider person.
Let's just. I feel like we're at the point where we can just be those people. Like, I can continue to fade DeMar DeRozan. I can continue to fade Denver bigs.
The problem is, if like, what Denver guy are you going to play with any amount of confidence on the slate?
Gary Harris.
Yeah.
Will Barton. Gallinari.
God, the problem is like even if
zero confidence.
Let's say this game goes small because I can see that happening, right? If they play Harrison Barnes at the 4, which is what they've been doing with Dirk out. So let's say Denver is intelligent, which I understand is a leap of faith, but hang in there with me. So they move Wilson Chandler to the 4. Gallinari plays the 3 with like Barton and Harris splitting those minutes. So it's like 3 guys for 96 minutes. They're all kind of priced up. I'm not playing Will Barton on DraftKings at 57. Like, where's the guy that's like the amazing value? I don't see it.
these guys are all priced really fair on FanDuel. Gary Harris, 4,800. Will Barton, 5,300. Gallinari, 5,800. Like,
is this just a fade? Is this game just a fade? Are we just like trying to slam something in here that just doesn't work?
love the Dallas side of this game.
Yeah, I like Finney Smith. I don't mind Wes where he's priced right, and Darren's fine, but there's not one Denver guy that I think is just like this auto play. Maybe we'll get news. Maybe someone will sit or talk smack and get himself suspended.
Can we get that lucky? All right. So let's just put it this way. My favorite play from Denver here, which is going to cause Twitter mayhem later anyway, is Gary Harris, and he'll play 15 minutes and I'll tilt. But like, he's the guy that I'm looking at from Denver.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Oh, that's right. Jokic has been starting. But don't forget, too, Jokic's usage goes down with the starters, too. Like, you don't really want him starting.
Yeah, but I want him playing more than like 20 minutes.
Well, you're not going to get those because you have Mike Malone as the coach, and you don't get what you want.
Yeah, but he can't pay off that salary at 6,400 on DK playing 20 minutes.
I mean, he could, but it's not very likely. He can put 40 and 20 if he wanted to, but it's just not like something you can count on.
He went bonkers against Dallas, by the way, last time they played.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
51.75 DK points.
In 26 minutes. Remember I told you can go 2 points per minute about 5 seconds ago?
I just realized that. Isn't that the game Fareed didn't play? Or he played 8 minutes? They let Jokic have all the run in that game. Like, that was the blowout game, right? Where Jokic played the whole fourth quarter? Or the whole.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That was the game they were getting their ass kicked, and then Jokic came in garbage time, but he was super chalk and just mashed. Yeah, that's right.
I am 100% fading Jokic now. People are going to look at the game log, and they're going to do the same thing I just did. They're going to be like, why did that happen? And, like, it took a second to remember what happened. Like, I'm not playing Jokic here. Like, he's the easiest fade on the board for me tonight.
The problem is Mike Malone was a BVP watcher. I remember there was a day we were like, oh, Kevin Fareed was in a good spot. And we're like, oh, yeah, he's playing no minutes. And then just went absolutely bonkers because he played the minutes again.
Yeah.
But that's right. Wait a minute. He wasn't playing minutes in this game until blowout. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, this is an easy fade on Jokic.
All right. Any final thoughts before we move on here? That's it for this slate. That's a nice little 5-game slate, and nice to get our.
I think Missouri's in play, isn't he? 3,100 against Denver.
Yeah, he's been playing 20 minutes too.
If he gets it and he can get to 25 in this game, 3,100.
Yeah, I don't hate him.
I'm looking for desperate value plays. I could definitely get on that train.
I think I would play him before I would play Powell.
Yeah, Missouri actually has this thing called the ceiling. But the Fareed minutes, they correspond to Arthur getting shoved out of the rotation.
So I'm saying I'm not playing any of these big guys. It's just it's that easy for me. Like, if I'm
talking myself on a Fareed, for better or for worse, I'm going to have my 15%. Just
don't do it, CJ. Don't do it.
Like, it's just the minutes increase corresponds directly to Arthur getting shoved out of the rotation.
Don't do it, CJ. He played 8 minutes against them 3 games ago. A week ago Monday, a week ago from today. 8 minutes, 2 fantasy points. That's all I'm saying. We're going to leave it at that. We're going to move on to some roster value plays here for this Monday slate. And I know you don't have them ready, so I'll lead off here. I got
Cephalosha. I think one of these times I would do that, have these ready, but no.
No, I know you definitely don't have them ready today. I got Cephalosha at 6,700. That's an extreme value play over there. That's just way too cheap for Cephalosha's type minutes. Wesley Matthews, 8,300. Another guy under 10K. And then we talked about him quite a bit, actually, but Finney Smith, 6,500 over there, almost min salary on rosters. So a couple really cheap guys that help you guys be able to fit in Westbrook over there.
Yeah, so we're top 9,900. Like, if those guys are out, the minutes are just so secure. We talked about like all these punt centers and all these guys were kind of wheezy about, but 38 minutes locked in, secure. If those guys are out for under 10K, it's super interesting. Nikola Jokic, no, just kidding. I just wanted to get Stevie's reaction.
I was going to mute you.
Wesley Matthews, 8,300. He's a good play. And then Valentine at 6K, mega value play. He's going to play 25 minutes. And I'm really kind of hoping he doesn't start. I won't get that lucky because Hoiberg will announce it, but like it's going to be Denzel Valentine. It makes way too much sense.
All right, so you guys have been asking us for an NBA game. We've been debating on what we're going to do, and we finally come up with something. It's likely to change. It's just a rough draft kind of thing here. So what we're going to do is using DraftKings scoring, we're going to pick our favorite guy to go 5X, which is kind of a safer type play. We're going to pick our favorite guy to go 6X, and then we're going to go 4X or less for our bust. And we're going to do a snake draft style like we did with the home run derby and all the other things that we've done. So
one veto. We're bringing that back from football. I like the veto.
All right, we can play a veto.
I'm bringing back the veto. The veto has been fun for football. It's made it way harder. And I think the listeners have gotten better picks out of it.
And for the bust, me and CJ talked before the show, like it's not going to be some bench guy that's not going to play. We're going to really we're going to take a stand on that guy every day on the podcast where some days we just don't like somebody and that's where we're going to be at.
All right. So you want to start?
No, I'll let you lead off. You're the guest.
All right. 5X, I'm going Dwight Howard.
Nice.
Actually could have gone with Gortat there. Actually, you know what? Can I switch to Gortat?
Sure.
I'm going to switch to Gortat. Those minutes are just so secure.
After I write it down, no problem.
Sorry.
Let's see. I'm going to go with my 6X guy right off the back here, and I'm going to go Bledsoe.
Yeah, no chance.
Veto right off the bat?
I mean, I wanted him. I told you that as we were doing the game, so there's no chance.
All right, well then I'll go back to my 5X guy and I'll go Westbrook.
I'd say that's being safe, but I guess that's like 64 freaking DK points. I thought it's really safe, even though it kind of
I almost said he was my 6X guy, but I do like a guy that I think is going to go 6X today, and that's DFS, baby. Finney Smith.
Denzel Valentine, 6X, lock it up.
All right, and you get to pick your bust first here.
And then you took Finney Smith, right, as your 6X?
Yeah.
Okay. Bust in the night.
I'm gonna, since we haven't, either one of us don't have a bust yet. Like bust has to be over 7K.
Okay, that's fine. I was looking at guys over 7K anyways. I'm gonna choose between Paul George and Cat.
Oof. That's tough.
Oh man. The problem is I have a feeling you're gonna veto one if I pick them, and the other one you'll let me have.
Actually, I'm not gonna veto your bust. I don't think I'm ever.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna veto your bust.
I'm gonna go ahead and take Paul George.
All right, PG3. Let's see.
Oh, by the way, no, man. Never mind. I'll save it for the podcast. I'll bring this joke back up in a week. Like, come back a week from Wednesday, and you'll get it for sure.
The guy that I just don't like today is Jimmy Butler, so that's going to be my bust. He's not a guy you're going to find in my lineups today, unless we get like news like that Wade sits or something. But like right now, as of right now, Butler, a guy that I'm really comfortable with fading here.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with fading. I think he'll get you about 4X though, so I'm glad you took him. I think that one's not going to work for you.
It was him or John Wall.
Yeah, I thought about John Wall too. I wanted to say John Wall so bad, but God, that guy he's burning me so much. I've been on this fade trade for like a month, and all he does is just put up 50 burger after 50 burger after 50 burger. Just, man.
All right, give me a second here. I'm pulling up the head-to-head lineup, but the contest close, so I got to go back here and try to find a head-to-head.
Oh man, you mean you got all your money that you made back? Tough break.
Oh, I'm really happy about Sunday. DK is sending me money today. Don't you worry about that. All right, so let's see here.
Yeah, I have 150 Kirk Cousins teams on the Thursday slate, so DK is gonna be sending me my money a day later.
FanDuel. I did what we were talking about. I maxed out with Kirk Cousins.
I did too.
Locked in,
But we're doing the Monday Thursday show tomorrow tonight. So preview though, I'm definitely hedging with whoever the Washington backup is. I'm playing a team with him. Lock, guaranteed. Like, I have so much money on Kirk Cousins. Like, I need 13 points in draft to beat draft cheat to move on. Like, I have so much Kirk Cousins exposure. You got to believe it. I don't even know who the backup is in Washington, but I'll figure it out. And I'll be playing them on the 2 games later.
Spoiler alert, we're both going to like Cousins a lot on the Monday, Thursday slate. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So. All right,
spoiler alert.
Let's talk about the lineup me and you built here. Just plays that we had talked about on the podcast. This is actually my cash lineup this week. This is the lineup that I rolled out in cash, and it started with Phillip Rivers, who didn't have the greatest game in the world. That game tilting, very, very tilting. We could talk about that Oklahoma or Oakland San Diego game. Like, that game was straight frustrating. Like, they were just trying to run the ball too much in that game.
Every time Oakland decided to just abandon the run for a possession, they would march down the field to the red zone and then kick a field goal. And I'm sitting there like, okay, next drive they'll figure it out. Run, play action, pass, punt. Did you not watch the previous drive where you just marched it right down the field? Like, what are you doing?
Hey, who scored the touchdown for Oakland though? Michael Crabtree. Anyway,
it was a sick catch.
It was so sick. It's so sick. And then at running back, we went Bell, Dixon, Johnson. You weren't on Bell. I think you said you faded him 100%, right?
Yeah, I went to I played McCoy, Dixon, and I don't know who that third one was in cash. I have to go back and look. McCoy, Dixon, and
Johnson. Probably.
DJ. Yeah, DJ, right?
Hey, I'm glad you came on the dark side for McCoy. After I tried to sell you for 5 minutes on the podcast.
Yeah, and then it honestly wasn't until this morning when I was just like, I like the Browns so much. I probably should just like McCoy too.
But Bell, not his best game in the world. Just didn't have the catch floor, didn't score a touchdown. Dixon was awful. He was awful. Just absolutely awful. Without one drive late in the game, he would have had negative fantasy points. That's all I'm saying. Got lucky with that one. But, like, Farrow didn't do anything either. So, like, the 2 value running backs, the 2 popular value running backs just didn't have it today. And then Johnson, if he doesn't score 2 touchdowns, like, he doesn't even have a big game. So, like, running back was a little shaky outside LaShawn McCoy. I'm still happy with, the result overall here. And then at wide receiver, Ty Montgomery, like, you talked to me about him on the podcast. Then Starks got rolled out, and at that point, he was a lock and load for me in cash games. You're getting a wide receiver or a running back at wide receiver for 4,800. The floor was just too high.
Yeah, it was just way too high. Really a guy I should have played on 100% of teams, and I regret not doing it. It made way too much sense.
So I sent you a text last night. You were sitting in the airport, and I'm like, CJ, is it crazy to play Curly in cash? And it didn't burn me. Like, he was only 3,400 and he scored 7.8. Like, didn't burn me, didn't like light the world on fire, but he made everything work. And at that point, I was happy with it.
Yeah, no, I think the response was yes, but it doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, whatever.
And then the last guy to line out here for the wide receivers is Edelman. It's just when he was 6,100, we talked about it on the podcast. Like his target floor is just so high with Brady at quarterback that it's hard to pass on him in any matchup. And he did fine. He went 6 for 75. It was a fine game from Edelman, and he was the reason that Brady started to get on track there in that game.
Yeah, because Brady was not on track early on, that's for sure.
And then tight end, Gresham just continues to be too cheap. Went 3X again here on the slate. And then Packers defense.
What did Gresham end up at?
7.2.
I was just curious. I pivoted to Jack Doyle in my cash, who went for 7.2.
The cash guy was the dude Griffin.
Oh, got on him in tournaments too. I just never even thought about him for cash. Never even crossed my mind.
I don't care who they're playing next week. If Savage starts, I'm playing Fuller. He could actually throw the deep ball. Like, Osweiler can't throw the deep ball. Like, he missed Fuller by really but anyway. And then we went Packers defense, which some garbage time at the end of that game. Like, they let –
No, it's called Mike McCarthy coaching. At this point, you can't just say it's garbage time. It's just Mike McCarthy's awful coaching. That's what it is.
We can say that. It's fine.
Yeah, I played the Giants. What did you put up? 140 what? What did we end up putting?
140.5.
I beat you 156 with Allen Robinson and cash.
Well, then you did fine because I know I crushed in cash games today with 140.
Yeah, I had a really good day. Cash was not my problem today. That's for sure.
All right, so
you have two guys over 30 in cash. You'll be fine.
Let's break down the fantasy football millionaire on DK, $1 million to first place. Mullen, 21 for the second time this season, takes it down. He finished first, fifth, seventh, eighth, and ninth. So his core that he had built his teams around today definitely did well. He played Palmer at quarterback, which when you seen the lines, like Palmer wasn't a bad play. That highest implied team total there.
Yeah, no, he was certainly a fine option. I was all in on David Johnson, so it was just not going to happen for me.
He played three running backs in this lineup. He played Zeke Elliott, Devontae Freeman, and LaShawn McCoy. And
Devontae Freeman at 18% was one of the craziest ownerships of the week.
This is what's so frustrating. He used Zeke Elliott in his running back spot and McCoy in his flex. Won $1 million. That's when you know you're running good, folks. But Freeman was 22.3% in the Millionaire Maker on DK.
That's still like 20% too low, which I should have known was coming, I guess. But man, running back against the 49ers, not even 30% owned.
Yeah. Shady, 34.9. Remember that podcast on Thursday where Stevie said that Shady's the only other guy that could put up 30? I was wrong. Zeke Elliott and Freeman put up 32, and Bell and Johnson did not.
Yeah. Stevie was right.
Zeke's a beast, man. And let's just be honest. Behind that offensive line, he is matchup proof.
Yeah, definitely matchup proof.
And then at wide receiver, he went Cooks, Montgomery, Nelson. So kind of got a little game stack going here with Cooks with the Palmer and Nelson stack. So he kind of correlated this lineup. J.J. Nelson, he was chalky this weekend and bailed everybody out with a touchdown.
Whatever, people. Keep playing these gadget guys. You're going to get burned one of these weeks.
We already talked about Ty Montgomery, but Brandon Cooks, man, what a first half from him in that game. Peterson shadowed Thomas, and Breeze found Cooks.
Yep. I got talked on at Cooks late in the week, thank God, for saved the week from complete disaster. Tyrell Williams, man, that guy has just been burning me.
You'll like the defense here. Then he went Oakland defense in the Millionaire Maker winning lineup. Hey, they did better than the Vikings.
Did do better than the Vikings, which also won someone $1 million today too.
Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a second. Ryan Griffin at tight end. I missed the Griffin play.
Good play. Yeah, it's a good play. I was on it. I just didn't sit there and think about you should probably lock this guy in.
He went 8 for 8 he caught all 8 of his targets for 85 yards at min salary.
Even if he had missed a target or two, he still would have crushed his salary.
Yeah, min salary was what got you on Griffin.
Yeah.
All right, and then the Millionaire Maker lineup, or the Fantasy Football Championship Team $5 million tournament, $1 million first FanDuel Championship. Also had Carson Palmer, and he went full and he did an interview afterwards and said that he just liked this game. He liked the total, and he played Palmer, David Johnson, Larry Fitzgerald, Michael Thomas, and Cooks. 5 players from one team, and it paid off for him. He had this is the highest game of the weekend. 48-41 in Arizona. Oh.
Did you see the J.J. Nelson drop cost a guy the $1 million? Just whew. 800 king swing on a drop. Man, oh man. That's why they have open bars at these events, ladies and gentlemen.
So outside of the game stack, he went LaShawn McCoy, Griffin, Forbath, and he won with -1 too. Minnesota defense. Back-to-back weeks.
The key to winning these live finals this year, get that guy with that negative score in there.
Yeah. So for sure. And just congrats to him. I don't think I've ever seen that name, Corey27. So congrats to him. Way to take it down. And then just one other thing that I want to mention about this tournament. Like Scott, the guy that just won $2 million in the DraftKings championship last weekend, was in this event as well and finished 9th. Like, if you guys don't think this is a skill game, all I'm saying is just to win a live final and then go top 10 the week after winning a live final.
He's won the $2 million twice. Like, if that
Twice.
wasn't enough proof, enough. Yeah, it was the second time Scott's won $2 million.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Candle championship, DK championship, and then a 9th place finish for another $100,000 here this weekend. Like, congrats to Scott, man. It's just one of the nicer guys in the industry, and it's just proving that it is a skill game. And
get that. Oh, man, so good.
-1 for Minnesota defense as well. So he runs good with -1s. That's all I'm saying. Negative fantasy point plays. So, but congrats to everybody that qualified for that event. Congrats to all you guys. Non-congrats to the listeners that got smashed by me and CJ this weekend. We love you guys, but we have to hold our ground here on the Morning Grind podcast.
You guys have been really pathetic. Like, we haven't had a sweat in a month. I text Stevie at 3 o'clock. I'm like, what do you need? And he's like, it's over. We won.
But it's not like we had a sweat with Dean either. At least the listeners are a lot more fun to play. Like, we beat them guys so bad that it wasn't even fun.
Yeah. We love our listeners, but you guys gotta. I mean, you guys are already eliminated, so we'll play you for fun, I guess. But
oh, we're still gonna play them. We gotta still play them.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna play them. But yeah, definitely. We're gonna be like the Patriots. We're gonna rest our starters. Maybe we'll leave 1,000 on the salary cap on the table.
No, we're not. Don't listen to CJ. We're not leaving 1,000 on the salary cap. We're gonna continue to try to mash you guys.
Our salary cap is game time decision. We're gonna pull a pop. We might rest it. We'll see.
No, don't listen to the word this guy's saying. It's not happening.
So
I control the team. I control the team.
Stevie's the sharp better here. So the line indicates that we're going to use our full cap, but the coach speak is not consistent with the line.
This just goes back to how much coach speak means absolutely nothing.
Yep, pretty much.
Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Oh man, I can already feel the Denzel Valentine tilt. We've got like another 18 hours to lock. Oh boy. But he's the play. Like, he's going to be the play pretty much no matter what the situation is. So just if Taj is out, he's the play.
All right. So yeah, and yeah, I'm with you here. I'm gonna roll out your boy if Taj is out. We'll have to pay attention to that news. Hopefully we get it before lock. I wish that Washington Indy game was at 8. It would just be so nice to have like an 8 o'clock lock tonight. But anyway, that's gonna do it here for the Monday edition of the Morning Grind podcast. We'll be back tomorrow talking basketball, and CJ and I will be on Grinders Live at 6:30. Is that what time it is?
7:30.
All right, well.
We're at 7:30 to 8:15.
There you go. Hopefully CJ texts me and reminds me because I will forget. But we'll be on that show talking the Monday, Thursday slate here for football for one more week. It's almost Christmas. That means the season's almost over. Any final thoughts?
Nope. I think that's going to do it.
All right, good luck in your contest tonight, guys. We'll see you guys again tomorrow.